said I wasn't gonna do instead. Okay. I have altered the screen now. We're doing it. Alright. Are you still there, Keeper? I have changed the deal. Okay, good. Because I got like a weird network error on mine. Okay, so new rules. Same rules as before, but grinding will be allowed. However, I will only be allowed the worst Pokemon. The worst Pokemon in the region. Thus, I will change my name. The Trash Man. I throw trash at the audience. No duplicates. Okay, here's the way I'm gonna rule it though. Is that if I run into anything that I can't catch, I will keep going until I run into something I can catch. So obviously the enemy of Trash Man must be Tryhard, because he is gonna build a Tryhard team, and we will be building a Trash team. So as for which ones I'm allowed, I've already gone through and done this before, but I have not done it on stream, so... where are we? Here we go. Yeah. So... oh. There is a list of Pokemon that I can use. He is kind of tryhard. He is kind of tryhard. So I'll go through the Pokemon that I've listed. I've rated them from... oop. I rated them from S for stupidly good to D for don't bother. The only Pokemon that I have in C and D tier that I can actually have, those are the ones I will be using. The ones in C tier: Butterfree, Raticate, Fearow, Arbok, Clefable, Parasect, Graveler, Dugtrio, Persian. I will not be using Persian, it's blue only. Flareon, Electrode, Rhydon, Cypher, Tangela, and Aerodactyl. The ones in D tier, I can also use these, but they are going to suck. Beedrill, Pidgeot, Sandslash, can't use Sandslash, it's blue only. Wigglytuff, Golbat, Primeape, Marshoke, Onix, Venomoth, Golduck, Poliwrath, Cloyster, Kingler, Marowak, Pinsir, Porygon, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Seadra, Seaking, Lapras, Rapidash, Dugong, Muck, Weezing, Ditto, Omastar, and Kabutops. These are all Pokemon that I have deemed are too fucking useless for most people to be bothered with. You're just doing the Pokemon rant. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll tell you which ones we can get in each area. Gotta do this option shit again. And we're still going on set mode. Alright, save over progress. There we go. Alright, I don't have to talk to you, do I? Actually, I'm just gonna, like, show people... Let's put it up there. I'm gonna show people that there's no Professor Oak. Professor Oak's not here! Where is he? It's a fucking mystery. He's just waiting to jump out at kids walking into grass. Yes, Pokemon live in the tall grass, I'm aware. I've seen this literally like 3 times today. Alright, so... our strategy will be the same as the first run. Because we literally can't keep any of these, I will use one to catch my first Pokemon, and that will be it, and I will box it. Until such time as maybe I need to use it for an HM slave. We'll be going for Squirtle because it gives us the easiest ride. Yes, give it a name. Its name is, yes, forbidden to you. And also because, like, I'm literally not even starting Pokemon I can use, I'm not gonna give a fuck if I lose to Gary or Tryhard here. I'm just gonna fight it out, and the Pokemon Nuzlocke will really start once I get my fucking Pokeballs and get to catch something in Route 2. Shame about that Nidoran though. I will not be getting any Nidoran in this game because they are gonna be too damn good. I wonder what made them use Ash as a protagonist rather than Gary. What do you mean, like the names, or just like... Obviously you don't want to have the dick be a protagonist. Holy shit, we're gonna lose this fight now that I've declared it, like, unimportant. The anime? Because the assholes know the name, sorry. I'm not certain. In Japanese, the name for Ash is Satoshi, because it's the guy that made it. His name's Satoshi. And I think the rival is Ken for Ken Sugimori? Oh no, that's not right. Somebody else. Satoru Iwata? Can't remember which one. Alright, you're level 6, but can't actually be using you, so it doesn't matter that you grew to level 6. Oh. Alright, so he's good. So to that end, we're just gonna run from all of these encounters because it doesn't fucking matter. Oh yeah, by the way, now that you're actually here, like, is this sort of like stretched to fit the screen view good for you, or would you rather I just have like some blank space to the right instead and have it in the normal resolution? I thought taking up the whole screen's probably best, but honestly, no one's been able to give me any advice, so... This guy. This fucking guy. Looks good? Good to know. We run again because we don't care. Your camera would hide less if it was not fit to screen. Is it hiding anything significant? Like, really doesn't look like it's hiding a hell of a lot. Max HP. That's about all. That is a little significant. Maybe we'll just switch it over. Capture. Whoop. There we go. We'll do it that ways for now and see how that goes. Is that too small to see though, is my other thing, where it's like, it's just kind of cramped in there. Alright, we got to Oak again, we do the thing again. May I have the list of Pokemon you can use on the right? I would love to, but I can't actually figure out how to do that. Like, I could show you the, I guess I could show you the thing. let me just do something. There. Close enough. Now let me do some magic. I can pop that down here. There we go. Does that help? Maybe I'll just increase the size. There we go, and then I'll just drag myself down a little bit over here instead. Okay. There we go, that worked out. There's a bit of use of space, yeah. I tried doing that like with Nuzlocke rules in like a Word document, and because the Word document was centered, it was hard to get it to like fucking jigger around where I wanted it. So now you can see all my ratings of all the Pokemon that you can legally obtain in Pokemon Red and Blue. So Mewtwo's not there, Mew's not there. I think the legendaries are there, but they're like all way too damn good. So we'll head up to Route 2 and get our first Pokemon. And then we'll have to say goodbye to Forbidden. Chuck him in the box forever. Looks like you'll be using a 5-star on Eevee. Yes! Flareon is the only evolution useless enough to use. For using this, for the purposes of this rating, I basically counted Pokemon that are mutually exclusive choices as being like, okay, how badly do you fuck yourself up by not doing the other choice? And in the case of Flareon, quite a lot. Also, Flareon is pretty worthless even without that consideration, because, yeah, like, I used it in my own Trashlocke that I did to test this out, so I know it is possible. Let me get an antidote. There we go. And it's still pretty fucking useless, even though it hasn't lost out all of its special attack from the special split yet. It's still just not that good, because it doesn't get any fire moves except for Ember, until you get all the way to Blaine's gym and beat him and get the Fire Blast out to you. Okay, so let's refresh our memories here. Can be useful. So I've also rated them in, those color codes are ones, basically what part of the game you can get them in. So the Pokemon we can get in this part of the game before we beat Brock, Butterfree, Raticate, Fearow, Beedrill, and Pidgeot. Isn't Tauros the best Pokemon in Gen 1? It's not the best for in-game. For PvP, it might be. Oh god. Here's Weedle. Wait, that means we'll be able to get Caterpie in Viridian Forest. That's actually very good for us. Okay, one tackle won't kill it, surely. Yeah, that was never gonna kill. In fact, a second tackle will never kill either. Okay, then we item Pokeball. Yeah, where did I put this? Where did I put Tauros? In Awesome. Yeah, look, it's really good in game, but it's just not as good as some others. Because it is still, for all of its powers, it's a normal type. It's also one that you catch relatively late on. So in terms of gyms you can beat using it, there's not that many, because you've already beaten most of the gyms by then. Okay. Looking forward to getting around the shit clause when you get a Ditto. Ditto's bad, even if you use it that way. It has to waste an entire turn transforming, and it's not going to be faster than its opponent, so it's gonna lose a lot of hit points before it transforms, and it doesn't mimic the hit points of its opponent. So I just realized this Weedle is going to be really shitty for catching other Pokemon with, and I have to throw Forbidden into the box now. So it's going to be tough to catch that Rattata or Pidgey. Its hit point is shit, right? I'm pretty sure. Let's change. Okay, change box. Change to box 2. Deposit Forbidden. Change box. To box 1. Yeah, Ditto is no good unless it has its secret ability, which, like, no wild Ditto in the Pokemon franchise really has. I don't actually know how you're meant to get the hidden ability Ditto. Okay, so now we go to Route 22 to catch something. What do we actually have the option of? It's like Rattata or Pidgey or something? Maybe Spearow. Maybe Spearow. Honestly, I'll be happy with a Rattata, but we'll see. Tough in Gen 1 to get hidden ability. Yeah, it's pretty tough, alright. It's a hard world out there for getting hidden abilities. Nidoran! We cannot catch this! So, let's just use this as a chance to level up a bit. Because we will be grinding in this one, unfortunately. Okay, so that's 3 hit points at the very most. I think we're good. We may have to go heal afterwards, but we'll be good. And before you die of this Nidoran. God, I hope not. How much is that doing now? Like, 4 damage. Fuck it, we're not gonna make it. Yeah, we gotta run. Fuck! Oh boy. What have we got ourselves into, folks? Yeah, he leered too much. If he'd have just kept actually, like, doing tackle, we would have been okay. Beaten by level 2 Nidoran, yeah. That's what happens when your only Pokemon is a level 4 Weedle. If you ever wonder why, like, the professors give out starter Pokemon as starter Pokemon, this is why. You go in the level 4 Nidoran, they just fucking cry. Or they go crazy and go out and be a bug catcher. You're like, yeah, this is a choice I make. It's an active choice. Ah. God damn it. Level 3 Nidoran. Well, fuck this. We really need to catch something that is better than Weedle. The game is tormenting me. Okay, maybe we can beat this one. The fact that Leer failed is a good sign. No, actually, we can't possibly beat this fucking Nidoran. I don't think there's anything we can do. Christ almighty. Stop giving me the Nidoran! Holy shit. This game just hates me. Game's like, oh, you want a challenge, eh? Want something tough, eh? Well, here you go, kid. Kid, though. God fucking damn it. Level 4? Fuck no. We can't fucking beat that. Come on, we just need like one Pokemon of any value, please, come on. God damn it. Maybe you can beat a level 4? If I can't beat a level 2, I sure as fuck can't beat a level 4. That's like twice as good. Not really, but might as well be. Come on. What the fuck? I am gonna go look up what the fucking encounter rate is for this. I'm going to look it up. And then I'm going to be mad at how unlucky I've been. Okay. Viridian... Oops, Viridian City. I want Viridian Forest. Okay. That's not actually what I want. I want Route 22. What the fuck? I'm so tilted. Yeah, give me the one in Kanto. Okay. So, my Nidoran chances are 45%. Spearow 10%, Rattata 45%. So, I don't know what the fuck is going on other than some massive fucking... If that's the case, I've lost like 5 coin flips. I would really like a Rattata. I really want one. They're quite good in this game, especially under the conditions that I am in. Rattata is one of the best Pokemon in the game that I can get. Come on. Give me the Rattata. Thank fuck. I'm not even going to bother attacking it. I am going to simply start throwing Pokeballs. And I know you're supposed to weaken them first, but Rattata has a pretty good catch rate. Thank fuck. Little dollar run. Bites anything when it attacks, small and very quick. It is a common sight in many places. Okay. Let's see if I can fit this in. There we go, real starter. Not common enough. Telling me. Holy shit. It's actually like, on paper, weaker than Bees Free. But we'll fix that soon enough. Now I go and I catch myself a Caterpie, I think. Like, I cannot catch anything else in Viridian Forest, which means guaranteed encounter. I know that's not very Nuzlocke, but when you're playing this strategy of trash only, you gotta take what you can get. There's actually not a whole lot of randomization in the game, but that's okay. We're gonna find ourselves a Caterpie, and we're gonna be happy with it. What's your ideal team of this challenge? I believe I beat it last time with Flareon and Hitmonlee, but they didn't do much. Preferentially, I would like Golduck, weirdly enough. Who the fuck else was on there? Let me look. Dugtrio, definitely. With a bullet, definitely Dugtrio is fucking fantastic. Electrode. I had Electrode on there. The only electric type I can get. And what the fuck else did I have? I think I had like a Dugong or something instead of Golduck. But yeah, like, anything in C tier is probably better than anything in D tier, depending. Like, some stuff in D tier is bad simply because there's strictly better water types or whatever in there, which is like, that's fine. Okay, now the arduous process of finding a Caterpie in the red version. It's just like, get into this little patch of grass here and start wandering about. It's a Weedle. We already got a Weedle. Cannot catch, therefore is not our encounter. God damn, that does a lot of damage. God damn, that does not do a lot of damage. What are we, speed type? Okay. Our first win, folks. Our first real win of the run. And with that, we must go and heal, because that almost killed my Rattata. And my Rattata is going to be like the best Pokemon in my team for the next 20 or so, 25 levels. I know, it's pretty nuts. arduously all the way back. All the fucking way back. Ugh, I'm tempted to up the emulation here a little bit. I mean, the legitimate copy on the computer. But no, this is gonna be a tough run, but it's doable. Even if I run into walls. Okay. Where are you, Caterpie? Are you Caterpie? Metapod is doable. Yeah, we can attack him like once or twice. We tackle a couple times even. Alright. Let's catch this fucker. You gotta waste my Pokeballs like that. Because everyone still has their copies of Red and Blue. In working condition, batteries didn't run down or anything. Alright, Metapod was caught. Pokemon's vulnerable to attack while its shell is soft, exposing its weak and tender body. There's some morbid-ass fucking Pokemon Pokedex entries out there. And we are going to call you... Greater, because you're going to bring the cheese, my friends. You're going to be fucking useful, I can tell you that. I'm going to save that. Alright. Now, here's what I'm gonna do, folks. I'm just gonna go and look up all of the gym leaders' levels here. Okay. Let me just, like, right-click these motherfuckers on Bulbapedia. Except those were all just image files, god damn it. Of course, the very small name is what I was supposed to click on. Silly me. Okay. So, I'm gonna put in the levels here. I'm assuming people can, like, fucking see this. Okay, Brock, Misty, Surge, Erica, Toga, Sabrina, Blaine, and Giovanni, and also Champion, Okay, so Brock's highest level here is level 14. That is what we will be going up to. Misty's is going to be level 21. So that is what we will be grinding up to. For that one. Lieutenant Surge, 24, which is actually perilously close. If I get a Pokemon over the level cap, I can't use it in that fight. So there might be a bit of trickiness to some of these. Level 29 for Erica. 9. Koga is 43. Holy shit. I think Sabrina's is the same, but you can fight them like end to end. You can just go fight one and then fight the other. So 43. Blaine. The fuck are you gonna be? Like 47. Giovanni's gonna be 29. Wait, what? No, that's the wrong fight. 50. There we go. 50. That makes more sense. And finally, Tryhard is gonna be what exactly? It's gonna be 65. So we're gonna be doing some grinding, unfortunately. But shit can't be helped. Back to the show. 2 bug Pokemon are going to be great versus the first gym. Hey, Butterfree's not that bad. Did you know, in this game, Brock does not have any rock-type moves on his Pokemon. He does not have a single rock-type move. He has Bide, which is great for like using poison and shit. Really? That's stupid. It is stupid. Stupidly easy to beat. That's why Charmander starters actually had a fucking chance. Oh fuck, we got a fucking speed tie here. Beast free, bail me out of this. Bail me out. I really wanted you to poison there, Beast free. Alright, you did poison. Yay, we beat someone. It's gonna be a lot of this going back and forth, I'm afraid. Grinding fucking sucks. If I knew how to hack in like rare candies, I would. But of course that's not possible on legitimate Pokemon games. So I'm thinking that this is like the best place to grind simply because it's not full of poison. And yeah, that's basically it. It's not full of poison types. It has the least poison types out of the areas we can grind in. Except I guess Route 1, but there we go, Pidgey. Yes! That's what I want to see, real starter. That's not what I want to see, real starter. Oh, man. Really taking a risk here. Ooh. Almost. Yes! Level 5. Any good moves coming up on your Pokemon? Yeah, unfortunately Red version does not have a lot of moves on each Pokemon. The best move we got to look forward to is gonna be Rattata. Once we get him up to 14, he will get Hyper Fang. And that will be able to mostly get us through the gym. Like, in the run that I had that succeeded, on this challenge, Hyper Fang was what got me through because I couldn't get a Butterfree. I didn't get the fortunate Weedle encounter. So, as it is, it's gonna be, I'm gonna try and cheese through with Butterfree's bullshit, like confusion and whatnot, because they all have like absolute jack dick in the special department, but if that fails, Hyper Fang, even resisted, is good damage, chance to flinch, it can get you there. I'm also gonna try and use Bees Free to like poison them a bit. Alright, we now have a real starter on our hands. So I think the better strategy, other than just rotating mindlessly, is to, yeah, just like get real starter up to a decent level, like maybe level 8, and then start grinding up the rest of them, because it's going to take a while. But yeah. This is the problem with like your Nuzlocke runs. It's like, oh, you gotta grind a whole bunch and it's not that entertaining. Especially when you've only got one person in chat. Thanks for joining, by the way. Fortunately, you can just kind of, you know, alt-tab this and do something else in the meantime and just sort of listen to me jabber on and make random comments occasionally. Because Because I have to literally fucking heal this guy after every fight at this stage. Because he's just that fucking... Like, Metapod can't fight. Cannot. Has hardened. Bees Free basically can't fight. Because... he's so fucking sad and weak. So really we're going to be relying on Real Starter, which is why I named him Real Starter. Because that is what he is. Fuck that Squirtle. Rattata is my true starter. Fights better than Metapod, that is true. But not by as much as you'd want. Oh, god damn it. We missed that attack and that may be devastating. Yeah, now he's doing like 6 damage. Alright, Real Starter's up to level 6. I say at level 8 we start fucking training up everybody else. By everybody else I mean the other 2 dudes in the party. Because we don't get to keep our starter. So it's a very sad little party. Now I'll admit, chances are good I'll have to run from this, but might try my luck with some sand attack misses. Something of that nature. Okay, how much is this doing? It's 8. Yeah, we have to leave. Gotta get the fuck out of here. We gotta be canny, we gotta be cautious. We're not playing a regular Nuzlocke now, we're playing a Trashlocke. The odds are against us. But that old man is also against us. He fucking blocked my ingress, did you see that? Fucking asshole. But at least he doesn't think I need to know how to catch a goddamn Pokemon. Because I know how to catch a goddamn Pokemon. I've already fucking done it. Cross that one off the list. Off the bucket list. I've done it. I've caught a Pokemon. This is gonna basically be a fucking podcast now. Because we are not gonna be achieving much of anything else tonight, I can tell you that. Maybe we'll fight Try Hard. Maybe. Once we get up to like level 12 on everyone, we'll fight Try Hard and see if we can beat him. Okay, Real Starter, you should be able to take this asshole down. It's just a Pidgey, you're higher level. Take down half of his health in one go. That isn't even a crit! This is why you're the Real Starter! See, hits like that are not why you're the Real Starter. I don't know why you did that. Holy shit, this thing loves Sand Attack. Oh well, if all it ever does is Sand Attack, then we'll inevitably win. Okay, good. You can tell we're starting to get fucking buff because we're not leveling up every single win. Yeah, this might be a job for Bees Free. You are technically high level, so you have the advantage. Yeah, Bees Free. Also, don't have to go back after every fight. Thank fuck, right? That was arduous. Now we only have to go back every like few fights, and then it'll be like once we start running out of PP, and then we'll be like fucking Giga-Chad Kings of Route 2. Which is honestly a really good name for like a fucking chapter title. Fuck yeah, Bees Free, you are the Giga-Chad King of Route 2. Not really though. Okay, this is a real fight. For a Real Starter. Real Starter, take him out. Yeah, there we go, that's the stuff. You're only taking 3 from that. You missed. You can afford to. Because this is a paltry level 3. And you're a mega level 6. Might have to run from this one though, we'll see. Level 5. We're on like half health. We'll see, huh? Can Real Starter finish the Pidgey in time? We'll figure it out. God damn. How much does this gust do? Too much. Getting the fuck out of here. Back to the Pokemon Center. Good job, guys. Gotta know when to fold them, though. Got to know when to fold them. Oh, give me some of that water. Oh, I gotta talk more when the game is bad. Alright, you know what that tune means. That jaunty tune means back into the fucking firing line. Alright. Looks like another job for Bees Free. Bees Free, you know what you're doing. Bees Free, use the poison stick. Oh. Yeah, you're kicking his fucking ass. You think there's more than one level between the two of you, frankly. Good thing I caught you instead of like a little freewheeler. Never would have survived. This is also where I wish I could put on like some good music to fight these two, but I don't like you doing that. Alright, well, back in the grass. Alright, school this fucker. Yes, level 7. Learn quick attack. That's useful. That's better than a tackle. And it's priority, so like, even if they string shot you a bunch of times, fuck him. Alright, shit's starting to accelerate. Once I get up one more level, I can start actually grinding up the rest of the gang. Remember folks, we gotta get a level fucking 14 on this to have a chance. We gotta do it to have a chance. Okay, how fucking injured are you? 12 out of 21. I don't like that. Let's go back. Heal again. It's gonna be tough, folks. It's gonna be a lot of grind. A lot of fucking bullshit, but we'll make it. No, that was the Pokemon Center back there. We made it and we went too far. Imagine what this nurse must think. Oh, here's that fucking kid that looks like he came out of the trash. He's just healing the same free Pokemon again and again. Holy shit, what is his life? Then again, I'd wager most of the people you fight in this game are like that. Where they're just like, holy fucking shit. My entire life is just going around training 3 level free Weedles, then healing up, Fighting some more. Never winning because I only ever train free little free wheels. I wonder if that would be an actual thing in Pokemon World. Yeah. They're just like, I fucking... I got my ass whipped by another trainer. Because... Alright, I believe in you, Bees Free, I believe in you. Shit trainers just coming back and back for Pokemon Center. Yeah, probably! Some of them are out all the way in the WAP, so they gotta go a few ways. Fuck, I'm getting all these critical hits. Bees Free, are you the luckiest wheel there ever was? That still doesn't make you any good, but it's remarkable. Also, this guy's too dumb. This is why you need me, Bees Free. I can tell you the correct stratagems to use in a fight, which is to spam Poison Sting. Just keep using Poison Sting. Never not using Poison Sting. Okay. Another wheel, another job for Bees Free. Bees. Look at this, they can't do more than hit point of damage to you at a time. Even though you only have 18, that still means you're gonna win. Yep, fine doing that Poison Sting. You will beat him eventually. We'll beat him eventually. And we did it, you beat him. Good job. Holy shit, you leveled up! Not even close to evolving, but still. Good stuff, Bees Free, good stuff. That's worth a save. Okay. And we're back to the real fights. I'm not sure that, like... I don't know. Bees Free can probably handle it. This will probably be over in fewer than 13 turns. It's what I would bet, if I had to. If I was a betting man, which I'm not. But if I was, I'd put it all in on fewer than 13 turns. There's been like 3 or 4 turns so far. We're already more than halfway done. Does Swift suffer from... Yeah, it does! Suffer from the 1 in 256 glitch. Everything in the game has a chance to fucking miss 1 in every 256 times. Because of like bad math or bad coding or something. Okay, now we weirdly enough have to like heal up Bees Free. Because he did a good fight. He did a good few fights. Let it not be said that even though you were trash garbage, even among my trash garbage, like, I would vote next to Ditto, Beedrill is probably the most useless Pokemon in this game. I would say that Unknown from Gold and Silver is better than this thing. Anyway. No, I've done the classic mistake. I mashed A too many times. But yeah, I would say that Beedrill is like the most singularly useless Pokemon in the game. Prove me wrong. Somebody show how to use a Beedrill well, or how to use how something is even worse. Flareon weirdly gets close, but it still has a few, like, you know, corner cases. Like that chart I did was like before I tried these challenges. I probably should put Flareon on D. It's just not worth it. Where's the Magikarp? Magikarp becomes Gyarados! It's really worth it! It's super useful! It becomes Gyarados! It's broken in almost every game. Almost. Like, I think I can use it if I go and do this for Gold and Silver. I can use Magikarp. Gyarados, not Magikarp. Magikarp becomes Gyarados, and therefore has the ability to become good. Beedrill becomes nothing. Beedrill is the end product, and it is worthless to you. Like, there are some Pokemon that you just keep using them because they will eventually be good. Like, they'll get a good move, or they'll evolve. There's a reason to put them in your party, but Beedrill? Mega Beedrill. Fuck off with that mega shit. We don't stand for that in this house. Oh, from day one I saw that as what it was, which is a shitty gimmick. And I was glad when they were like, 8th Gen will not be having megas, and I'm like, good. You know what your mistake was, other than ever having them? It was bringing them back in Gen 7. You shouldn't have done that. Now people expected it to be a thing forever. They didn't take the hint when you didn't introduce any new megas. Gigantamax is where it's at though. Gigantamax is even worse. Gigantamax is just like, but what if Pokemon but is bigger? And like, there you go, that's Gen 8. You know they had to ban that shit in fucking competitive? Oh, the real competitive that is, not like Pokemon World Championships or whatever they call it. Okay, we've got Real Starter up to level 8. We can now start the grinding of everybody else. So basically, if you thought it was slow before, now we're going to be doing more switching. What if Mega, but we already did that? Yeah, basically. Like, Pokemon suffers from the same thing that plagues the entire JRPG genre, which is a crippling lack of confidence in the product. Not everyone's gonna like a JRPG, but a lot of people do like a JRPG. So why don't you just give them a good JRPG and accept that you won't make the gangbusters, but you'll make a decent profit. But they're all like, nah, we gotta turn it into an action RPG, or we gotta go out with these dumb gimmicks or some bullshit. And it's fucking terrible. Like, I know that they still do Dragon Quest, but I think that's it as far as JRPG-ass JRPGs go. Anymore, maybe some indie titles, and that's it. Like, Pokemon is still going, but it's not as good as it used to be. Don't get me started on... I mean, I guess I might as well. We have nothing else but time here. But me complaining about, like, the handholdiness of, like, the literally, like, I pre-ordered Sun and Moon. I did a stupid thing. Because X and Y was so fun. I didn't even buy those games. I haven't given to me, but I was like, oh god, these are really good. So Sun and Moon, I pre-ordered them because I was like, well, I'm just gonna play them the first day it comes out anyway. Why not? That was a mistake. Sun and Moon was trash, and I realized that about an hour into the fucking tutorial. Pokemon is not, at its heart, a very complex game. It's got complexity in it, but at the start, you really just have to point kids and be like, here's how you do, you just fucking get them to hit each other. And go to the Pokemon Center when you're weak. And yeah. Fuck it, there's no real consequences here. Like, you just lose some of your money when you die. An hour into the tutorial, yes. They have an hour or more tutorial in that game. That's never a good phrase. It's not. Some games do require that intensive tutorial. Pokemon does not. But they literally are still tutorialing you pretty much, like, through the entire first island. And that's, like, it's not a quarter of the game, but it's like, fucking long as shit. Until you get to the point where it's like, okay, it's no longer on rails. And you kind of never get to the point where it's no longer on rails. Because in Sun and Moon, they never, like, just let you explore. Like, Pokemon has gating, which is the practice of stopping you from going to certain places until certain milestones have been achieved. And that's fair. That's totally fair. A lot of people say Pokemon would be better off if it's non-linear. They tried that multiple times, didn't work very well for various reasons. I'm fine with it being linear. But I'm not happy with every single step of the way being like, you should go over here. This is the exact place we need you to go. Like, in this game, I can go, for right now, it's pretty much a straight line, except for Route 22, and I can go throughout that until I get to Pewter City. I can't go past there, but until I get to that point, I can kind of go in whichever direction I want. So if I wanted to go to Route 22 after I went through Viridian Forest, I can. The best metaphor I found was just like, yeah, like the early Pokemon games are like going on an adventure, and that's why kids loved it, because kids don't have a lot of autonomy. And the latest Pokemon games are like having your parent sit there and plop your toddler ass into place and be like, this is where we are now, do this thing, it'll be fun. And then when you're done with that, they pick you back up, they plot your toddler ass in a different place, and they're like, now we're doing this thing, isn't this fun? And you really feel like you're being strung along on a very short leash. You glitch through. Yeah, I'm not going to say that Spaghetti Code was ever good. I'm glad they stopped having it pretty much past, like, 2nd gen. By 3rd gen, they've pretty much sorted the Spaghetti Code. Not completely, but as far as I'm aware, there's, like, no games that are completely bug-free. And Pokemon was pretty unbuggy for a long time, until you got to 6th gen, and then they're like, uh-oh, game-breaking glitch in the biggest city in the game you're almost certainly going to be at. Fuck, we got a day 1 patch in. And I'm like, oh, well, isn't that a coincidence that the first game you were able to day 1 patch it is the game you have to day 1 patch it, because you fucking didn't bother testing it well enough. This is now turning into like a rant against the modern games industry. The AAA industry in general is just being like, yeah, because they can day 1 patch it, now they always will day 1 patch it. They will not bother to test it well enough. They'll get it into a barely functional state, then they'll let everybody else run into the bugs, they'll see what you found, and then they'll patch them out. Testing is the thing customers do, you know this, yeah. Seems as though... like, it's not as if they don't have fucking testers. They have testers. I've heard this from people in the testing industry. They just don't listen to them. They're just like, yeah, whatever, do not fix, DNF. And then the game comes back as a glitchy Cyberpunk 2077 mess, and they're like, well, I guess we'll patch it. And then it turns out, like, no, you can't patch it. There's too much. And they're like, Alright, another level up, another save. Like, it was bad enough when early access games would basically treat their customers as fucking testers. And then sometimes not even bother finishing the game because they're like, well, you already kind of got paid. What incentive do we have? Continuing. I don't think Bees Free can handle this, so I'm going straight to Real Starter. And we're going to quick attack. And we're going to critical hit him and finish him off in one go. Because we're fucking great at this. See, this is now we're at least at the point where we can just like basically conk everything down in like one move. So you don't have to like retreat and heal a bunch. So look at that, that guy's going down. Okay, 2 moves. 2 moves, and admittedly, yeah, now we gotta go heal. So defeats my purpose, but yeah. But yeah, no, Pokemon, getting it back to Pokemon, there's so much things that they do that's like, I just put my hand in my head in my hands and I'm like, why the fuck do you continue to do this? And the increasing babification of it is like, yeah, I know, you just saw that you were competing with smartphones, you shat your drawers. I understand that. Maybe if you know, changed your focus audience to be a little higher in age, maybe people that have time and money to buy a game and play a game on a real game console, you know, like those fans you have who are adults, that's actually probably like the majority of your fan base now. If you focused a little more on that, not even that much, like I'm not saying, oh, make Pokemon adults only, no, but like, maybe make it the sort of thing where you're okay if a kid is like, well, I lost attention span, so then you'll be like, well, whatever, we have like adults with real money to back that up instead. And I guess it comes down to being able to like accept that you're not making gangbusters anymore. The game industry has shifted. Your IP is not as high-selling as it was, and it never will be again. But that's not really what. You still have a good IP. And besides, like, I know this is like apples and oranges because weirdly, like, the Pokemon company, like, gets money from the merch and all that, and Game Freak doesn't. It only gets money from the games. But I'm like, look, those guys really ought to be paying you to just, like, make games even at a loss so that they can keep merchandising it. It would be cost effective. They still make tons of money on Pokemon, right? See, that's what I was talking about. Weirdly, Game Freak doesn't. They created, like, the Pokemon company to run their Pokemon business, and they handle the merchandising and everything, and that's the real moneymaker, as well as, like, Pokemon Go. I know Pokemon Go, like, fucking flipped everyone's wigs because it made more money than the rest of the Pokemon games had made in their entire franchise through shitty microtransactions. But, like, I don't know, does anyone still play that? I know you don't anymore, Keeper Balance. I know you used to be big into it. Yeah, B's free. Leveled up. I don't. Yeah, I didn't think you did. I never did because, you know, I don't have a smartphone. Even if I did, I was like, yeah, what's the game part of this game? And there really wasn't much. I think people still do. Some people do. Again, weirdly enough, Pokemon Go also isn't ever going to make the gangbusters it used to, like, in its first year or so. Because once they ran out, like, basically, like, now we're releasing, like, the Gold and Silver Mons, and, like, your average Joe person is like, yeah, I remember those. And then they're like, now we're adding the Sinnoh Mons, and they're, sorry, the Hoenn Mons, and they're like, I don't know any of these. This is when I became a teenager and decided I was too good for this game. So I'm suddenly no longer that interested. I guess that's another thing that fucks up the Pokemon discourse, is people who think they're fans but are just former fans, and they're like, the game's really lost it after like Gen 2, and it's like, no, they didn't. You just got sick of them, which is fine. If you're sick of the premise, nothing can be done. It's just how it is. I understand, it's repetitive. But there are other Pokemon fans, like, who I consider to be the real fans, who would just like a good Pokemon game every gen, like every few years. New region, new Pokemon, new people to fight, it's fine. Works for me, right? It's another thing I got mad at, like, Gen 6, they cut down on the number of Pokemon in each generation coming out. And I was like, okay, Gen 6 is kind of a greatest hits, so fair enough, they don't have that many new ones. But they kept doing it. And I'm like, but why? And their reasoning is, well, we really just live off of nostalgia, so people aren't as interested in new stuff anymore. So we just won't give you that much new stuff. Which is another reason man, this has just turned into me bitching about Pokemon, but I really don't have much else to do during this grinding session. This is going to be one of the worst ones in the game, by the way. Again, I've played this through, and the start just getting to level 14, once we get past there, everything else is kind of cruisy, until you get to, like, the big grind before the Pokemon League, where you have to grind, like, 20 fucking levels, which I may or may not decide to simply do off-screen, for the sake of expediency. But I may not, because it's like, well, if I lose a Pokemon during the off-screen grinding, then fuck. Plus, I won't have it on camera that I did this all legit. So yeah, I may or may not do that, but this is like the toughest grinding. We're probably not going to get up to the levels we want by the time I call it quits tonight, but it's fine. There'll be other streams. I won't be doing this every night. This will be like maybe once every like week thing. Just come back to the Pokemans. Upgrader, I wish you could fight in any capacity, but you can't. You're just useless. For now. Once you become Butterfree though, He'll be a hell of a lot better than Bees Free. And it's hard to believe that it was so fucking frigid recently, like... It's just so hot now. It is, like, the height of summer. I know, if you're watching this from a different location, probably not for you, but... We also got, like, 2 big, like, tail end of cyclone storms, like 2 weekends in a row, where the temperature just went... And then it, like, goes right back up again once the rain stops. Weather has been back and forth. Yeah, more than usual, even for Wellington. Wellington. Yeah, Real Starter is not going to level up very fast on this, but it's fine. We'll get the other dudes up to his level. Once we get up to level, like, 12-ish, we'll start fighting those, like, bug trainers and fucking... We'll fight the rival, and then we'll fight Junior Trainer. The fucking Ender runs. I've never had this much problem with that trainer, I fucking swear. I don't know what kind of roids he's been feeding that Diglett, because they're normally like paper thin. Die to the slightest hit. Instead it's like, nope, big boy. So let's see, what else is there to talk about? Might be vaguely Pokemon related. How about that Pokemon Legends Arceus, huh? And people seem impressed by it. I'm not sure why. It seems to have the same tutorial problem that I was discussing with the mainline games, and they're like, finally, open world Pokemon, but it's like... Yeah, but the open world kinda sucks. Like, people have compared it unfavorably to Oblivion in graphics. First goes normal in the game. That's true. Unfortunately, you can't really, like... It used to be back in the day, like, you'd be like, goes normal type, that's cool. That'll be around forever, because at worst you can just trade it into all the future games. That's not the case anymore. So that one might just stay there forever, and we effectively still don't have a ghost normal type in any kind of metagame that matters. Fuck, there's some mosquitoes around. Oh well, I will kill it later. Ooh, grew to level 6. Real Starter grew to level 9. That was a useful battle. You hope not. Well, I mean... I'll put it to you this way. It's a regional form from a region that no longer exists. Like, Hisui or whatever just becomes Sinnoh. And they weren't there last time we went to Sinnoh. There was a remake with Sinnoh. They weren't there, so I'm like, I wouldn't get your fucking hopes up for that ever appearing in a real game ever. But it must really fucking suck to be the guys who like edit Bulbapedia and whatnot. Yeah, we'll bring that back because they have to include these guys as legit entries, no matter how marginal their canonicity could be. That sucks. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but think about it, like, they had real tough times, like, putting in the, the Alolan forms into Hey You Pikachu and Eevee. Not Hey You Pikachu and Eevee, is, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Sorry, Hey You Pikachu is a different thing. A much worse thing. But yeah, and then, like, that's been one of my problems with the regional versions forever, because I'm like, how the fuck are we ever gonna get these Pokemon again? I guess the answer is simply we won't. And now since you can't trade them through the generations, it just means that, like, yeah, they'll effectively have never existed in the next generation. I was never the sort of person who's like, man, I really need every gen to trade with every other gen. But it's something that's been done long enough that you kind of expect it now. Like, I never fucking traded in my old Pokemon and then ran for a region with that. Sounds lame. I'd like to see the new stuff, but other people did. Go back to NPC trades? That's what they did in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, where they're like, give me a normal Sandshrew, I'll give you an allowable Sandshrew, sort of thing. Alright, Bees Free. See if you can do a little better this time. All you really have to do is poison it once, and... But yeah, like... My other thing is, like, it's another obvious nostalgia bait where they're like, look, it's new, but not really. It's still a Meowth. You like Meowth, right? And I'm like, yeah, I like Meowth, and if you did one that was like a Meowth but different, I would clearly be able to see, oh hey, it's like Meowth, but different. But, you didn't do that. You just made a weird version of it. Kind of the worst of both worlds. It's not new enough for new people, but it's also, you know, still like the same old, but not quite. It's still significantly different. So you'd think it would be a whatever the opposite of a slam dunk is, but no, it was a slam dunk. People loved it, apparently. And I'm like, yeah, it's an intriguing concept, but I remember back into Gen 5, people complained that they had Pokemon that were too similar to old Pokemon. That were like legitimate-ass new Pokemon. They're like, man, Seismitoad, what an obvious Poliwrath alike. And I'm like, first of all, it goes a completely different direction from Poliwrath with the whole frog thing. And secondly, yeah, it's paying homage to the older stuff. This is fine. I'm fine with references in my games. Not so keen on regurgitated, rehashed versions of everything. So now that Bees Free can fight for itself, things are gonna go a little bit smoother. That said, I'm gonna need you to poison it pretty quick, or else I'm gonna have to just send you back. And you won't get all the XP and it's gonna suck. Which is exactly what's happening now. Alright, real star to finish it off. But yeah, I honestly wish that all the Alolan forms or whatever were just straight up new Pokemon that were kind of like if you had a new Pokemon that was like Grimer but a different color and typing and slightly different concept, I'd be like, oh hey, it's a reference to Grimer. That's cool. As it is, it's just like, oh, you're just trying to get me excited for the same old stuff. And you're trying to pander really hard to people who are into Gen 1. May I remind you, in Alola, the only Pokemon that had Alolan forms were Gen 1 Pokemon. So, yeah. More stuff that I would do different if I were in charge of a very rich and somewhat powerful corporation. They're obviously not asking me for ideas. I mean, the problem is they ask their fans for ideas, and a lot of Pokemon fans are... well, they have bad opinions on things. Like, they asked them what they liked, and they were like, legendaries! So they gave them like 1 million legendaries in every game, some of which you have to catch as part of the story, which completely fucking defeats the purpose of them being legendary in the first place. Because you're like, cool, I caught Zekrom! Literally everyone who beat the game caught Zekrom. Everyone who's played your version and beat the game has caught Zekrom. You have to catch it. You don't really get a prize for that. Okay, you're clearly just, like, still not quite making it in these fights. Which is a shame, because Pidgey's, like, 2 levels lower than you. They did go ham on legendaries. Yeah, like... I think Gen 4 had like 12 fucking legendaries? That's enough for an entire team and then like 3 benches of legendaries. Pretty sure like Gen 5 had like 15 legendaries. That's too many fucking legendaries! I say Gen 1 got it right, just had like a smattering of a few and like maybe 1 post-game boss to fight. And then Mew was put in there as like a little secret, but don't get me started on Mew. Because that's a whole nother pile of complaints, mostly to the tune of, wow, event-only Pokemon sure do suck, because I come from a place that doesn't get events, so I never had a legit chance to get them, and then they changed it to online events, which were literally just turn on the game at the right time and just get it. It's just handed to you. just get to have that thing. Congrats, you got a legendary Pokemon. Somebody gave it to you. You happen to be online at the right time. Okay, Beastfree, you were definitely not able to beat the Rattata. I can tell you that much for free. Let's just, why is it only Mew and Celebi that were event-only? No, 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 my friend! They had an event-only Pokemon for every generation. No, I was gonna say up until, but no, it's every generation. They all have an event-only Pokemon. Generally, whatever Pokemon's at the end of the Pokedex is event-only. Except for Victini, which is at the start of Pokedex for some reason. They thought it'd be cool to have a number 0 on their Pokedex, but I'm like, I know what you're trying to tap into, the old, like, missing no rumors, but if you're gonna do that, why not make it something weird and spooky and out of place, like a missing no, instead of just making it something looks like a weird apple cutting that Japanese people do. Maybe it loses something in the translation. Ugh, I'm feeling that grind. Grind energy makes me complainy. But yeah, event-only Pokemon was always a bad idea. Like, I know why they did it for Mew, because literally somebody snuck it into the code after they'd taken out the debugger. They took out the fucking debugger, and that was what gave the space for Mew to exist in this game. That's how fucking jam-packed this game was. That said, knowing Game Freak, it might have been, like, incredibly badly coded, and that's why it was so jam-packed, but anyway. He put it in, nobody knew. It could have ruined the entire game and made it unplayable. But it didn't, so nobody punished him for it. And it just became this cool urban legend, like, ah, it's Mew! You can get it! And, like, for Japanese players, it was, you could get it just by completing the Pokedex. You got that as a reward. In English, go to an event, kid. And if you don't live in America, you're probably fucked. I don't know, chime in if any Australians happen to watch this and you got an event from you when you were a kid. I fucking doubt it. Alright, so we lost like 8 hit points by my calcs, then we should be able to beat this one. Actually lost 0 hit points on this one. Nice. Good work, Beastfree. Oh, you evolving! Okay, first evolution of this challenge. Alright, Kakuna. You will be slightly stronger. Very slightly stronger. But really, like, I think it only goes up about 40 base stat points. I can't wait to have everyone at least like level 10 so they can fight their own battles. There's another fight for bees is free. Ooh, 2 hit points. That's significant damage. It used to only do, yeah, like 1 hit point. Guess it's a margin. Man, remember like fucking Pokemon the anime? I'm gonna show my old school cred by talking about the fucking anime, which is how I got into the game, by the way. Watched the anime, I was like, this is really cool. How cool would it be to play the games? And I played the games and I realized they're nothing like the anime, and the anime is full of shit. But anyway, they made a big deal about the fucking GS ball, and then they literally just never referenced it after a certain point because they didn't know what to do with it. They were gonna have it have Sleepy in it, but then they were like, no, we're gonna do that as a movie. And then they're like, cool, so what do we do with the ball in the series then? It was like the impetus for going to Johto and all this shit. And they're like, just don't mention it again, the kids won't realize that you did that. And so the mystery was never solved. What a great story. Like fucking Candy Kid over here. Alrighty, well this is gonna wrap it up. Thanks for joining me on this grind fest. But I will show you, this is doable. This one here is doable. Best phrase any story can have. Anyways, so we're going back to streaming on Sundays in the evenings now. So the next time you'll see me will be Sunday evening, same time this stream was. I'm gonna keep the streams all the same time. Fucking nobody was watching on Sunday evening, so on Sunday afternoon, so I reckon that like it's just a really bad time zone. And also I don't have to do it then, and I'd rather do it in the evenings. So I'm gonna be doing that next time. See you later.